YouTube. Hold on. Sorry. Let's be serious. YouTube, what is going on? IPP Pro Chris Hunt. We are here on this beautiful, somewhat beautiful day. Headed to train some chest and tricep, I believe, and get a fresh fade, all at the same location, destination. It's probably the only gym that I know of that you can actually get like a legit, like a really nice haircut and work out and train and feel good about yourself. So that's what we're going to do on this beautiful Sunday. I already trained some clients this morning. A wee bit tired, but you already know what we got here. Check it out. If you know, you know. Biotech, that before you train, I'm not going to take it just yet because I'm going to get the haircut before I work out. So I'll probably just sip on it while I'm getting that haircut and then do a little training, get back on that. And yeah, so just an update on me. I'm getting my blood work back results tomorrow. I should know kind of like where my markers are. I'm really big on doing like a health phase, especially like post-show. I kind of mentioned this in the last video where I kind of just back off the food, definitely the supplements, not so much on the training. I back off on that as well. And just kind of give my body a break, both a mental and physical break. I've been doing this quite a while. I went what appears to be almost 3 years, maybe 2.5 years straight competing in some sort of prep. So honestly, that was about 10 or more shows within like a 2-year span, 2.5 years. So that takes quite a bit of toll on the body, especially when you compete at the highest level. So definitely needed a break, but I'm ready to kind of, get the size back and actually just start growing. So my official off-season hasn't actually started just yet. But once we, get the blood work back and kind of get the okay and whatnot, then we'll really start to push and add the calories back and all that fun stuff. So we are definitely going to grow into the 212 division. I'm going to take my time. I'm in no rush. I'm going to keep my lines. Still keep a classic look, but with no restrictions. So definitely making sure my waist is tight and tiny, but growing everything else. My legs, the sweep, everything, shoulders, back. It's going to be a completely different physique with the same classic aesthetics, if that makes sense. So just blasting my jazz music, and we're gonna enjoy this ride. I got a chance to do that posing seminar at Destination yesterday. That was pretty cool. So I'll mash that in with this video. So me and Keon were helping some up and coming athletes posing and kind of like giving them like expectations of what to expect, on the stage. So it's really cool to kind of give back, especially up and coming athletes, and kind of share a little bit about my journey and kind of tips and tricks that I learned along the way. So that was really cool. And Keon was actually my posing coach for a good majority of once I actually turned pro. So he's actually helped me. So it's pretty cool that, he helped me, I'm helping other people. We all kind of help each other and kind of learn off each other. So that was cool. Shout out to everyone that made that happen. So anyway, guys, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoy the workout. If there's anything else you guys want to see, I'm going to try to switch it up and do some different stuff. Kind of see, how receptive those videos are. But be on the lookout for that. So, peace. I'm pro Chris Hunt, and I turned pro at the North Americans Classic 2018. And then I did about close to 15 pro shows. I won 2. Did the Olympic twice. Last year was the latest. I'm moving to the 212 division, so I've got a little more even to do before I compete with Keon and Sean. But I'm happy to be here, guys. Outside of this, I'm a full-time musician. I have 5 bands, traveled. I also work a corporate job for like 10 plus years. So I'm a perfect example. You can have a job, you can have a family, you can work multiple jobs and still be able to find some kind of balance, which I don't really know what that word is at times, but
you can still try your best to have some type of balance, with family, with everything else, and compete at the highest level. So any type of classic related questions, I'll be happy to help with posing, whatever you guys need. So just happy to see you. Thank you. To your right. Quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn to your right. At times you're nervous on stage, sometimes it's your first time. If we're calling quarter turns and you happen to face a fellow competitor, one of you is doing it wrong. So try to see what majority of you guys are doing and face that way. So what Rich just did is perfectly fine. For me as a judge, when we are judging you on your mandatory poses, we'll like for you to do traditional poses as he's doing right now. In your freestyle posing, you can do what he's doing right now. But for your mandatories, execute them textbook, classic-wise as you can. So instead of a front lat spread, like we would do for bodybuilding, we move into a side chest. So there's no front lat spread for classic. There's no back lat spread for classic. Face the back. Back double bicep. Also for classic, there's no side tricep, which I like. Face the front. Abs and thighs, a similar pose as you would in bodybuilding. Several different variations. And then instead of a most relaxed, instead of a most muscular, we ask for your favorite classic pose. Just don't turn to the back. At least I prefer that you don't turn to the back. Thank you, Chris. Do you have any questions from the audience as far as posing?
All right, guys, so I'm going to take you through some training. But before I do, side note, did anyone see Branch's unamused face at how fat and skinny I was at the same time? Or was it just me? Anyway, so we got some chest training today. Just kind of warming up. I really love this machine. I don't really see it too often, so I try to take advantage every time I do see it. It's a variation of a fly movement where you're kind of coming down as if you're doing like a most muscular pose. So it's really good. I feel all the tension on the chest. Great movement to kind of get the blood in the muscles and kind of get you prepared for some of the heavier pressing movements. So definitely a staple as far as warming up on chest day. Felt really good here. So next we have a variation of a flat chest press machine, similar to like a hammer strength. Nothing special here, just kind of just locked in, elbows up, keeping the constant tension on the chest. Felt really good. Nice and warmed up. From there we went into a variation of a hex press using dumbbells on an incline, and I did 10 of these and I mixed it up with some incline dumbbell presses. Did 3 sets of these. These felt really good. The key with the hex press is I don't know if you kind of noticed it on the first variation, but I kind of kept the dumbbells at an angle to where I kept that tension at the top of my chest the entire time. And after about 8 or 9, I mean, my chest was pretty pumped. Didn't go too heavy. I think the heaviest I went was like 60s on these. Don't really need to go too heavy. Felt a little bit in the elbows, so I kind of just stayed at that weight. I could have probably went heavier, but this was a good enough weight to where I can kind of keep that tension on the chest, not have the ego lift, and still get a really good pump in that upper chest. Move to a dip on the assisted dip machine. These are really good. If you notice, I'm leaning forward slightly, so I am keeping the tension on the chest, but I am also kind of priming up the elbows and getting ready to do some tricep movements. but I still want to focus to kind of finish off the chest here. So I'm not exactly perfectly upright, putting the tension on the triceps. I am leaning forward a little bit so I can get, you know, last bit of blood in that chest movement here. So we're starting off with some tricep push downs. Nothing too special here, just getting some blood in the triceps. I'm already pretty pumped, so I started off fairly heavy. I'm already, you know, pretty pumped and warmed up here. I do use, if you notice, elbow sleeves pretty much in all tricep movements. I don't have the best elbow tendons, so for these allows me to still push, you know, go relatively heavy and kind of protect the elbows at the same time. So kept the reps between, I believe, I want to say 12, and these felt really good. Next, we moved to a overhead dumbbell extension, one arm at a time. These are really good too. I love to kind of finish my tricep exercise with these movements. Just something I've always done. They work, they feel good. I don't necessarily have to do that heavy on the weight. I think I went as high as, I don't know, 35 or 40, something like that, but definitely didn't need to go heavy. It felt really good. Got the blood in the muscle. Joints felt good at this time. And that was it. So that was chest and tris, guys. Short and sweet. Let's see what this pump looks like. Crazy pump. Ooh, it's that biotech pump. Feeling good, getting a little blood in the muscle. So cool. That was chest and triceps, feeling real juicy as we start this off season. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna be pushing content all throughout the off season. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. Peace. Your knees are facing straight. You want to turn both out. So this one should be diagonal, kind of bring more of the sweep. And so both legs, just to bring out the sweep just a little bit more. Yeah, let's keep them diagonal. Yep. Spike the calf. Your back, yep. Keep it up. So here, everything should be flexed from the floor. Calf, glute. Flex your glutes hard. Flex the glutes. Yeah. But drop the hands a little bit. Your forearms. Just so right here, just drop it just a little bit. Right there, and then just open up and stay wide. Yeah. Cable crossover. This is more for bodybuilders, but that's literally a most muscular pose. So in between, you should be practicing that actual movement. Lat pull down if you're coming down on a back double bicep. This is literally a lat pull down. Closed fist, down, open up. Same thing for a low cable row. If you're coming down to show the Christmas tree, this is a low cable. So feel that movement, and it's best to feel it when you're training. Leg day, it sucks, but when it's nice and pumped, same thing. Hit leg poses. You probably can't hit it as good as you can because it's so full, but practice when your hamstrings engorged. Practice actually feeling sitting on it and engaging that hamstring and not flexing it, but flexing your glute. If you flex that hamstring on the side poses, you already lose that little bit of side. That's why he was trying to stress out to kind of push that knee in, because that way you can kind of keep the pressure off the hamstring on the glute and kind of let that hamstring kind of hang a little bit to give the illusion that you're a little bit thicker than what you are. So just kind of remember that. Bicep training, same thing. If you're practicing like a transition pose from a front, definitely front double bicep, but even a transition into your side chest and then hit it, boom, all that you should be practicing while you're training.
Thank you for that tip, too.
Yeah, mind muscle.
That's one thing I find myself doing whenever I'm on the side and trying to press it, I'm trying to flex that with it.
Yeah, so if you're doing kickbacks, same thing. If you're doing like glute kickbacks, it's literally a back pose. You're in the same stance to where you should be able to feel that without having to touch it. A lot of guys that touch it, it's an amateur move. You want it to be able to flex it, hit that shot, and in your mind, you already know that your glute, your ham, calf is engaged. It's the pose big. You both are like really kind of clenched, even on your front double biceps, especially you being so long, man, use that to your advantage. All your shots should be real sweepy, real big shots of just boom. Like you just kind of hit it. Same thing for that classic shot. It should be really exaggerated. It's different from bodybuilding. It's more of like the beauty and the aesthetics. So like any type of like classic shot, you should be really hitting that hip hard, swing, and it's kind of come up. Make it look pretty. Big poses, smile, boom, hit it with a little bit of flair. It's a little bit different than bodybuilding. Yeah, that confidence, yeah. Like they were saying earlier, that confidence, it shows. It shows in your physique, in your posing. Yeah.
Yeah, enough respect again.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
I'm here with the homie, Keon, future competitor. Looking forward to posing with him on stage. But we're at Destination Dallas, just kind of giving back, doing a little bit of posing seminar, helping kind of some of the upcoming athletes, showing them the ropes and the expectations, that kind of thing. So just kind of having fun, giving back, hanging out, and something different. You know, it feels really good to kind of use like the 15 plus years of knowledge that I kind of have and pour into, you know, the next up and coming athletes. So hopefully you guys can hear that and get something from that. So until next time.